Hello, friends. Welcome back to my Christmas stories. Today we will be reading
Little Bear's Moonlight Adventure. Little Honey Bear couldn't sleep. Through his bedroom window, the moon was shining as bright as day. The snowy woods glimmered in the brilliant moonlight. And surely the moon was smiling at him. "Why, hello, moon!" cried Little Bear, and he rushed out into the glittering woods. There in the moonlight was Lily Longears, making snow hares. "Hello, little Honey Bear," said Lily. "Couldn't you sleep either?" "Oh, Lily," said Little Bear, "the moon sailed right in front of my window, and she smiled at me." "Me too," said Lily. "She's so big and smiley tonight. I just had to come out and say hello." She showered Little Bear with snow. "Catch me if you can," she cried, and darted away through the trees. They ran through the moonlit woods into a wide snowy meadow. High above hung the moon, and right across the frozen meadow ran a shining silver pathway. "It's a pathway to the moon," cried Little Bear. "Just think, Lily, we could walk all the way to the moon and say hello." "Little Honey Bear," squeaked a tiny voice, "can I come too?" "Course you can, teeny tiny mouse," said Little Bear. So off along the moon path went the three friends. "What shall we do when we get to the moon?" asked Lily. "We shall have tea," said Little Bear, "and moon cakes and moon juice." "What are moon cakes like?" Little Honey Bear asked Tiny Mouse. "Why, they're round and flat and silvery," said Little Bear, "and very sweet, of course." "Let's go then," squeaked Tiny Mouse. Suddenly the night grew colder. A crisp wind whipped the snow into little flurries. The path to the moon grew steeper and steeper. "It's an awfully long way to the moon," gasped Tiny Mouse. "My little paws are freezing." So Little Bear scooped Tiny Mouse into his paw and set him on his big shoulder. "That's much better," said the Tiny Mouse, tucking his toes into Little Bear's thick furry coat. "My paws are happy now." Up and up ran the moon path toward the very top of the hill. Snowflakes stung their eyes and whirled into their ears. "Do you think we'll get there soon, Little Honey Bear?" gasped Lily. "My ears are getting rather cold." As she spoke, a great cloud blew in front of the moon, and the moon path disappeared. Suddenly it was very dark. "I don't like it, Little Honey Bear," said Lily. "I don't like it at all." I don't think I want to go to the moon after all," said Tiny Mouse, "even for mooncakes." So off they set down the hill. Down and down they slipped and slithered until they reached the woods. "Perhaps the moon is cross and doesn't want to see us after all," said Little Honey Bear. "I want to go home," quavered Little Tiny Mouse. "Me too," gasped Lily. But everything looked different in the dark, and they couldn't find their way home. The trees creaked and groaned, and the woods were full of shadows. "I think we're lost," sniffed Little Bear, "and I want my mama." Suddenly, a silvery light flooded the woods, and up above, bobbing between the trees and smiling moon appeared. "Hooray!" everyone cried, and then the moonlight fell upon a big furry bear. Her arms opened wide as she ran toward them. "Oh, Little Honey Bear, I'm so glad I found you," cried Mother Bear. And she gave them all a very big bear hug. "Oh, Mama," said Little Bear, "we were going to have tea with the moon, but then she got cross with us and hid." "And we didn't get to drink moon juice," sighed Tiny Mouse. "Or taste mooncakes," said Lily sadly. Mother Bear smiled as she took them all back to the warm bear house for a special moon supper with golden honey cakes and warm milk to drink. "The moon wasn't cross. She was there all along," she said. "Only the clouds were hiding her. "Mamma," said Little Bear later as she tucked him up in his bed, "I did so very much want to go and see the moon." "Why, Little Bear, we don't need to go to the moon to see her. She's all around us." Little Honey Bear looked through the window. Every tree was hung with 1,000 glassy rainbows in the bright moonlight. And then the moon sailed through the trees and smiled at him. "Good night, Moon," said Little Bear, rubbing his eyes. Then he turned over and fell fast asleep.
Thank you for listening to my Christmas story. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon, friends.